All right, this is going to end day one of ICE. Ahlam, thank you for commenting and being with us this whole time. So let's just jump straight in to this panel discussion. We're going to have a panel discussion tomorrow as well. I want to start. Who am I going to bully today? Garcia, you're late. Shocking. That is shocking from an Arkware employee. But anyway, we'll carry on. Eugen, what is the metaverse to you? Let's start off really easily.
I hope my internet connection will, really easy questions. Yeah, well,
you're welcome.
I mean, we came across a lot of definitions of the metaverse in the last couple of years. So I'm not trying to define it, but as of our approach, it was really like the approach to make the internet, the World Wide Web, more accessible, because actually right now, without Google, without search engines, we are lost in the internet, because there is no navigation, let's say, or something like that. I mean, this is what search engines do, but I mean, for us, this is very unnatural as human beings, because when we visit a new city or something like that, we navigate through our eyes, and we have maps, and we see when there is a cinema, then we know there are movies or something like that. When there is a shop or a shopping mall, I can go. So our approach was really how to transfer this to the web. Yeah, so that's our approach, to make all the great stuff more accessible through immersive technologies.
I am going to come back to this, because I'm the feeler. You guys are the doers. I'm the feeler. You're saying when we go to a new place, we navigate through our eyes, but we're missing the component of navigating through your heart. But I'm going to throw it to the Arkware boys. Arkware boys, and you're not allowed to answer with Arkware. What are the best metaverses that you've found or seen or experienced, and why?
Okay, we have seen a lot. I mean, our position in the metaverse kind of trend evolution is that we are the drive. We are driving these metaverses with a platform like we have. Many companies or agencies or big companies even doing, I cannot say names, sorry, because of confidential information or confidential situations, but we kind of host a lot of metaverse projects, experiences on our platform, and we are trying them to be really running smooth with their ever expanding worlds with photorealistic graphics, and of course, because the metaverse is not just an Unreal application, but it's many times hooked on backends, APIs. It's a complete like full stack kind of thing. So I would position us as the base, the driver of metaverses. That's the thing, the platform for many metaverses based on Unreal Engine. Yeah.
Edwin agrees. I love how I said you couldn't say you were the best, but you said you are the driving force. So that's great. I love it. I love a repackage. I love a rebrand. Yeah. I know Dr. Bayari is gonna champion my line of questioning. Is there no one? And by the way, you at home / in the office / in the car / at your girlfriend / boyfriend's, you can always jump in. You can always prod. You can always send questions for me to ask. Is there no one worrying about the ethics and philosophy of a metaverse? Can we all just like meet in a park and like gaze lovingly at each other across the fields and like run to each other slowly and snuggle? Why do we have to do this in virtual reality? Dr. Bayari, come join my team. You comment now.
Yeah, I agree. And I think part of the problems we are living today have to do with this difficulty to empathize, to have empathy through the social networks, and ideally a more immersive and natural environment where we could interact could solve part of that problem. I don't know if you have seen these new applications for teleconferencing through the Apple headsets that try to reproduce your emotions, and this it's something that has to be explored, but it's really difficult to reproduce all this. I think AI would play a role of a kind of interface or interpreter there in some cases, but it's a difficult problem to solve because we not only need to interact but also work together, and that part of the communication that needs to happen in this metaverse, I don't think it's well addressed yet, that collaborative environment. So it's definitely a big challenge.
Thank you, Dr. Bayer. Your team Davina, team humanity. But so Matt, you're the driving force behind ICE. Do you think these industry leaders that you've gathered here to be panelists talking about the metaverse, are they solving a problem? Is that what it is? Is this a human problem that needs to be solved, i.e. we're moving away from each other, we're moving away skin to skin contact? Like, what's the deal?
That's a good question. Very good question. So I do think, I mean, in general, let's say technology is something that by definition is kind of means to solve something. Right? Now in the presentations that we've seen, there are different aspects of or different types of things that are or should be solved in general, whether this is, let's say, managing infrastructure or, let's say, giving access to people that live in remote locations to things like, for example, mental health care or kind of proximity to be able to talk to friends and family on the other side of the planet and so on, or like expression of art in entertainment. All of these are different, let's say, different types of things, but or let's say different types of problems. But the aspect which you're mentioning with the, let's say, the heart is something that is, I would assume, even with the metaverse or the internet and so on, still fundamentally limited because it's just like addressing. It's just addressing a subset of all of the senses, like the physical senses, like touch. You described meet up and kind of cuddle, right? So these are the things that are definitely not there yet, like anything that is touch based or smell based and so on. And but in general, yeah, it's going in a good direction, but I think there's not one solution for all of the aspects, and there's a space for all of those different types of subsets of problems, I would say.
Eugen, you raised your hand. Do you want to scream something out from? Do you want to recite a sonnet?
No, but I just think throwing in the emotional part is like not really, I think, the way it should be, because I think this is really like comparing something very, very important for us as humans to something that technology maybe isn't even made for. I mean, besides maybe this kind of talking to each other or keeping connection over distances. I mean, also over distances, some emotions can be transported. But when I'm thinking of my mother, for example, she's living in a very small village here in Germany, and all the bank offices are closing. So for over 40 years, she had a person to talk to and to describe everything, like she needs a new bank account for her niece, something like that, all that kind of stuff. Now it's closed. And of course, she has online banking, but online banking, at least in Germany, with the Sparkasse, is really horrible. I mean, even I have problems understanding every settings and all that kind of stuff. And if I need to raise my credit card limit or that kind of stuff, then I preferred switching to another bank, to Revolut, because they are created out of this point. But I think for my mother, talking to, like, entering a three-dimensional environment and finding a person there, an avatar, whoever, and telling, hey, I need to raise my credit card limit. yes, I am this person, I'm Rosa Nussbaum. Of course, you need all the security parts, but you need them now as well. So there can be stuff that can be solved. So I think this would be already a cool solution, and it would really help, people right now.
I think you've got the you've got the last word in. I'm so sorry, guys. Time management today has been all over the place, but thank you so much. That brings day 1 to a close. I will see you here tomorrow, same place, same time. I stay tuned, and thank you again. Thank you, Naledi. Thank you, Edwin. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Ahlam. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Graciela. Tomorrow. Bring your friends. Beep, 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 beep.